Hi there guys, it is Citri here again with a quick specific video for a Minecrafter called Kaosxi who sent me a video showing some bugs with the FTP rune. I want to say thank you for that. That was a really good video that definitely got to the point with the bugs you were experiencing, and I can shed some light on those. They were the results of bugs, and with the dev build that we have here on Weaver, the Runecraft community server, it looks like those have been fixed. The first of which you were talking about was with the land not being stable enough to travel. That was because some of the information about Faith Islands wasn't making it to the right place. You only ever are meant to get that message if you try and use an FTP rune on normal ground, on ground that hasn't had a Faith Island used on it. You also talked about how that you couldn't dock your Faith Islands back where you launched them from. That has also been fixed. I have a Faith point under the ground here, and this is where the Faith Island was originally launched from. So if I head back into here and activate my FTP rune, odds on I should have no problems whatsoever in getting there. See, phasing away, and oh, didn't quite manage to outfly that, but yes. So whilst I'm here, I figure I might as well show off another thing that you can do with these Faith Islands. As you know, with normal waypoints, when there is a solid column of blocks, or just any blocks, above the central point of the waypoint, it will make where the player appear further up. The same is true for Faith Points and Faith Islands, or even if just a player teleports to the Faith Point. So with the solid column that you just saw in the middle of my Faith Island, this means that any islands that teleport in to this Faith Point will appear on top, just like I can teleport to on top of myself now. And that solid column means that you can stack Faith Islands, and you can have more than one Faith Island at an individual Faith Point, which means that you don't have to have a one-to-one ratio. You can have a sort of dock if you wanted, and that's something that's not immediately apparent, so I figured I'd share that with you and everyone else who happens to see this video. As you can see, up and down quite easily. You could use this technology if you wanted to make a two-state elevator, a Faith elevator. So you had a solid column up high to where one place was, and your Faith Island down below. You hit a button, and your Faith Island would teleport vertically between the two indefinitely, so long as there's a solid column in your Faith Island and all the way up to the bottom of where you want your Faith Island to appear at your other destination. Next is something that one of the people on the server pointed out to me. If you have a piece of water in the bottom of your Faith Island and then you go up high, then that column of water will fall down and make that link between you and the Faith Point, meaning you can, to all intents and purposes, just climb higher and higher on this column of water that you are leaving behind you as your Faith. I mean, this is the first jump, and if my computer stops lagging, yeah, there we go. You can see that it's spilled out below, and now there's a solid line between the Faith Island and the Faith Point. I do it again, so we go slightly higher up this time, because there's that solid line. And then once this finishes, out comes the water, and it'll pour down and rinse and repeat, pun intended. And you can get all the way up to the top of the map, and I think, I haven't tried it, you'll probably end up going over the map and losing part of your island, so be a bit careful with that one, and maybe that'll get something done about it as well. So yeah, thank you very much for your video detailing those bugs. I believe that helped the dev team in tracking down and fixing those. Hopefully they'll get that released to the public once the furor of finals week dies down. And in the meantime, you and any other Runecrafter who wants to check out the latest features is more than welcome to come onto Weaver and play with us. There are links in the description for that. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If you have any more feedback or questions, then by all means leave a comment, post your own video, that would be cool, and if you feel like it, subscribe, and I'll get to see you guys in a future video. Cheers!